I've seen people's lives change just by attending a class at HCC.
Some of them might not have the financial means to go to a four-year university. That doesn't make them any less quote-unquote smart than the kids who go to a four-year school.
HCC is easy to get to. It's easy to apply and easy to become a part of.
It gave me so much confidence.
Once you finish your 2 years there, you can transition into a four-year university or go into the workforce.
It's affordable, it's accessible, it changes lives.
Computers run everything, and we have built this incredible digital infrastructure. That infrastructure has to be maintained. We have computer programming, digital gaming and simulation, geographic information services, and we have computer networking and telecommunications.
We have academic programs that help students get from high school into a university. And the data is very clear that students that take the path of a community college finish in far higher numbers than students that start straight into a university experience. Our students can achieve a baccalaureate degree in multiple fields from the universities in the area without ever leaving Houston Community College.
Ronnie Turner from the HCC Office of International Student Services is still with us, and he's joined by a guest from India, Somol Sunny. She had a dream to study at the world-famous MD Anderson, and she used HCC to get there. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So tell me how you applied, after you had your bachelor's degree from India,
yes.
you applied for a program at MD Anderson, and you were rejected.
Yes.
What happened?
So I didn't know that I had to do all the Texas core curriculum before I have to apply for the program. I applied for the medical dosimetry program, and only after that I came to know it. And when my application was denied, I understood that I have to find a community college in order to complete this. So I was searching for all the community colleges in Houston, and that's how I came across HCC.
And what made you decide this is the program? Because it was close to MD Anderson?
No, because I found HCC one of the best community colleges in Houston, and also the tuition rate was much cheaper when compared to other community colleges.
Okay. Yeah. And you find that a lot, Ronnie, in your program, that students pick that
Absolutely,
HCC for this reason?
Because as I said, earlier, they pay out-of-state tuition, and in this case it is, they also pay international student health insurance that they have to pay that adds on a little bit more. So absolutely, students are looking for affordability and also proximity too as well, because some of the other community colleges are a little bit further away from the inner city Houston part, for example, St. Jack and Lone Star. So that's another big thing. Where am I going to live, and how am I going to be able to afford to go to school and to live at the same time?
And also, it's also near to my home. You have HCC all over the place, so it's easy to choose any colleges, to a campus.
So you could choose any campus to go to from the place. And you are living with your sister now in Sugar Land, so that makes the transition a little bit easier, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're majoring here, and what are you studying at
I did my associate in science, and now I'm transferring to University of Texas MD Anderson for the medical dosimetry program.
Okay, and tell me exactly what that is. It's very specialized, isn't it?
Yes, it's a part of the cancer treatment, and we work with the radiation oncologists to generate the treatment plans for the cancer treatment.
And you study the physics of cancer, is that right?
Yes, it's about medical physics.
Medical physics,
yes.
Okay. And you have a 4.0, I understand.
Yes.
Right, and back home you majored in radiology?
Yes, radiotherapy.
Okay. And so, but that degree wasn't enough to get you to where you wanted to go. You had to get certain core courses, and you're getting them right here at HCC.
Yes, that's
And what are those courses? Can you name some of the courses?
It's history, government, English, 1301, 1302, then philosophy, arts, calculus.
Okay.
Yes.
And you got them at a bargain price with good professors.
Yes, that's good.
And tell me, you mentioned something earlier to me about the resources here at HCC, the library. Tell me about that.
Oh, I just love HCC library. They have everything that we want. I used to spend hours in the library. They have a good database in which we can find anything that we want. So that was one best thing that I liked in HCC.
And they have plugs everywhere to plug in your computer,
yes,
right?
Definitely.
So this is better than studying at Starbucks? Because I have a kid who says she's studying at Starbucks. And I was like, why don't you study the library?
Yes. And there are cubicles in which we can have some personal time of our own, even though we are in a crowd. Yeah.
Very nice. And can you tell me, do you talk about those kind of services to your new students that come in?
Yeah, one of the things we also talk to our students about is a smaller class size. On average, it's probably about I want to say no more than 20 students in a class, which is very important, especially when you're trying to learn very complicated topics like English. If you don't know English, being in a big class setting of over 100 people, that might not be the best place to learn it. So we also tell them to have smaller class sizes so that way you can get more one-on-one time with your professors, and that'll help you out along the way. And also we tell them about the fact that even though you're an international student, or if you're taking ESL, you have access to all of HCC services. The library, the parking, if you want to work out and get buff and fit, you can go to the gym. You know,
And the
that's what
best
you want
thing
to
I
do.
like is the tutors, the online tutors. And
online tutors.
Yes, we
Tell
have
me
a
about
campus
that.
tutors and online tutors.
And it's free?
Yes, of course, it's for the students.
So what do? You just, I need to tell my kid about this. Because I don't get this, Mom. You just, you sign up for it and then what?
So if you have any doubt regarding a subject, say if I have an assignment to submit next week and I want it to be corrected before I submit it to the professor, we have these online tutors, and once we submit the assignment, they'll correct it and send, they'll just give us hints of how we can improve the assignment. And it happens that each time I use the tutors, I get an A grade. So it's just wonderful.
So this, Ron, is this free? Is this just for international students or every
Any
HCC?
student can use it, and I also want to put a little caveat in there. Technically, if you look at your student fees, I bet you are paying for it somewhere. So in a way, you probably
But it's
are
all
paying for it.
included. It's all the package.
Yeah, it's all in the package.
You don't have to pay extra.
No, you're not paying extra for it, and you're probably not so paying a lot. But it's very important because a lot of our students take advantage of it. Like I think the program is called Upswing. It used to be called Ask Online, but it's called Upswing, and it's available for all HCC students.
I think that's great.
But it especially helps students who might need a little bit more tutoring than others, especially if you're a student who's kind of foreign to how online tutoring works at a place like HCC. It's very helpful because when you come to HCC as an international student, they're going to throw so much information at you. You're going to be like, whoa. I don't even have a place to live in. You're telling me.
And I remember you said when you first came here, you didn't even know what a credit hour was,
Yes,
right?
true.
And who did you talk to who was so patient with you? And
The
kind?
DSO at HCC International Office, I met Mr. Thomas Kallerekil. He was very patient with me. And I just thought like 3 semester credit hours means I can finish the class in 3 hours.
Wow.
So that's the kind of understanding I had about a semester credit hours. But he was very patient. He sat with me. He explained everything, how things work in America, in the education system. And that gave me a picture of everything. Yeah.
Hence the reason why Thomas K, as we call him, because I can almost never pronounce his last name sometimes, but Thomas K is one of our most popular DSOs because he gives that.
What's a DSO?
DSO stands for Designated School Official, which is really a fancy term, fancy Department of Homeland Security term for International Student Advisor.
Oh, advisor, student advisor. Okay.
Yeah, and at HCC the students are assigned to an advisor based on their last name.
Okay.
So often, if you have an advisor at the beginning of your time, there's a good chance that person will be with you through the end. They'll be responsible for maintaining your CVIS record. When you come to the office, you'll see that person, provided that they're not.
You develop a really good relationship with that person.
Yes, and what I like the most is his wife is teaching calculus in HCC, and I happen to be in her class.
Oh, that makes it nice to get a little in. And Ronnie, you found out about her because through how did you find out? Maybe she became a mentor.
Yeah,
right?
so our new director, he wanted to start a peer mentor program. And we wanted to give it a trial run this first time in the summer because we were getting ready for the summer 2018 orientation with new students coming in, starting classes in June. And I sent out an email, or basically what happened, I think our DSOs, we asked them, give us students who would be good candidates for this, like students who are very good in academics, they're very intelligent, they're community service oriented, and they really want to help. So our good friend Thomas K recommended her. So this is how she came to be in our program. So she was one of the first 3 or 4, maybe 5 mentors that we had who came, and that day at the orientation, they assisted the students. If students had translation issues, they were able to help with that. And they were also there to provide a welcoming face to say, we're here to welcome you to HCC. We're former international students, and we went through the same process.
So real quickly, what's the one bit of advice you'd give to a new student?
HCC is the best place to be, to achieve your dreams. And HCC helped me to do the transition very smoothly from what I was and what I'm going to be. So it's the best place.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we'll meet another international student. This one is from Nigeria, and her story will inspire you. Stay with us.
I don't